general evaluation by Mahesh Kulkarni.
So, which speech did he come in?
First of all, I think since when I attended the meeting overall, I think the meeting went very well. A few points I would like to mention about the speakers itself. So my job as a general evaluator is to actually evaluate the evaluators, which includes both the speech evaluators as well as grammarians, timers. So Maria Alice, really nice review, really nice evaluation. Means after listening to your feedback, I could imagine how the speech would have went because I missed the speech. So I could literally imagine how exactly it would have gone through. So really nice feedback. And Lindsay, so really nice evaluation. It was to the point. I think you mentioned all the points that even I would have mentioned to Chris. It was a great inspirational speech. I think topic of anxiety is closer to all of our heart, and it was so nice to hear from you about the 3 points. You're to the point. Really nice speech. Grammarian, I think really nice report. I think you're to the point. You went through all the points that the grammarian report would touch upon. And Lindsay, obviously this was your first time. So it was your first time doing the timer report, so I think you did a good job as well. One last feedback is for you, Al, that you should have mentioned that the general evaluator is away, and you should have checked it before him. And the others should have also checked with him because he clearly says that it's TBA over here. So the agendas were in front of us. And lastly, I should have actually, instead of just emailing it to him and a smaller subgroup, I should have emailed it to a generic mailing list so that everybody would have been aware of it. So that's something to take care for next time.
Thank you. Appreciate being aware of it. Glad you were aware of it.
We now have the upcoming schedule with Rob Cantor.
Thank you. Goodbye, Desiree.
Bye. Thank you.
In the interest of time, some people do need to step out before 1 o'clock and others at 1 o'clock. Let's see if we can get this done. I'll talk in a big, loud voice. Desiree said she's going to come back. She was impressed. So I think we've developed what I was hoping for, a warm and welcoming community. It was so wonderful to have 4 guests today. Really glad that all of you could make it and join us. What we're going to do now is go over next week. Toastmaster, Pete Fordham.
Yes.
Sergeant at Arms, Peter Ash.
Yes.
Toastmaster, I just mentioned, President's Message, that will be me. I will be here. Who would like to be Grammarian Word of the Day? And this is also Leslie. Okay, very good. Thank you for stepping up for Word of the Day, Leslie. And Thought Joke, Aileen. Thank you very much. And you'll notice that Aileen is spelled A-I-L-N-E.
A-L.
What did I say?
A-L-I-N-E.
A-L-I-N-E.
Yes,
So it's pronounced Aileen.
in the French way.
In the French way, but of course. Okay. Speech number 1. Who would like to give a speech next week?
Is there anyone scheduled?
Okay, Ramiro. And Ramiro, do you have a first choice of who you would like to have as an evaluator, or would anybody like to volunteer to be Ramiro's evaluator? Mahesh, thank you very much. Speech
Can I
number...
ask you one? I'm sorry. Can I ask one question? Didn't Robert send out a list of speeches? Are they open or? Usually we don't ask for volunteers for next week because we already have them.
Could anybody speak to this question? A very good question, thank you.
I think I'm scheduled to be one of the 2 speakers. I think I switched my AV.
All right. Ramiro, would you be backup speaker in case I've made a mistake that we don't have to?
Sure.
So you'd be speaker number 2. And would you be speaker number 1? Bob Avalone?
Whichever one is fine.
All right. And who would like to be the evaluator for Bob Avalone?
Well, didn't Mahesh volunteer a minute ago?
Could we have a second evaluator in case Ramiro will be selected as the second speaker?
I'll do it.
Okay, thank you, Chris Bassett. We have table topics master. Who might that be?
I'll
All right, Arthur, thank you very much. Have I covered all?
Valentine's Day is today,
And-
so
What's that?
Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Be
Well,
prepared.
Be prepared. And lastly, who would like to be timer for next week? It's a great
I'll be
position.
timer.
All right, Al Davis. I believe that is red card. It's 12:59 plus 30 seconds. We are on time. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
This meeting is adjourned.